Hi friends, today's going to be a little bit of a random ramble. I'm kind of building momentum for my next video, which is about, it's going to be about INFPs and society. Like, I reckon like INFPs are kind of like refugees to our Western culture, in terms of personality types at least. And yeah, it seems to be quite an interesting philosophy, and I've had quite a bit of feedback on the INFP groups. Yeah, so I'm just gathering a little bit more data and then that will be up. But I decided to do a little bit of a filler today because I have some spare time and I'm not sure when I can upload this next video, so in maybe a week or two. My daughter's coming back to me full time, so I'm going to be very busy. But yeah, no, it will be up soon. So yeah, okay. Well, yeah, this here beside me, this little cutie, her name's Willow, and she comes to see me when I'm feeling sad, and she'll put her head on me. And I think it's amazing how animals, like especially dogs, they're so intuitive when it comes to the way that you're feeling, and very empathetic and loyal creatures. She's my flatmate's dog. At the moment I am living with two really wonderful people that have taken my daughter and I in. And at the moment, yeah, we're in between houses, and at the moment I'm just looking for a house for Scarlett and I to live in. Yeah, so that's what's happening with me. Yeah, it is so flippin' hot today. I don't even know why I'm wearing jeans. I walked down to the shopping mall like an hour ago. Crazy hot. I think this is like the hottest summer on record, and I think we're going through a little bit of a drought at the moment. So much for green New Zealand. But anyway, I live like right next to the beach, but I don't really go. I love nature. I absolutely love nature, but for some reason I don't really have a connection with the beach, which is kind of sad. I'll go for my kid and everything, but for myself, I'm kind of more of a okay, say if I had a week to do whatever I wanted, I would use that time to go into like the woods, like a forest, probably in Europe, just like spend a week there like in a little cabin and do absolutely nothing. And preferably there'd be like a river or a lake nearby. That's like my thing when I'm like older, maybe in my mid-30s. I'm 22, so I've got a while. I would love to own a house in the countryside, in the woods, with a waterfall and a lake. And my house would be somewhat rustic, like nice looking, modernish, but like with a rustic tone to it. I don't know if you guys follow Fairy magazine on Facebook, but if you're an INFP, you'd absolutely love that Facebook page and that magazine. So check them out. I kind of got my idea of following that page, and I'm trying to actually write an article for them, but I'm again building momentum to write for them. So it's taking its sweet time, but I'm gonna get there. I will, I promise. But yeah, so like in this property of mine, I would have a tree house that is like right above the lake, or like right next to the lake, and it's like overlooking the lake. And in this tree house, I would have a nice spacious couch for me to just like chill out, and I'd have this massive bookshelf that kind of, if it like fits in there, I don't know how big this tree house is gonna be. I'd have a cute little kitchen where I can make my herbal teas, and I'd have a deck, and on this deck would be like a French looking table and two chairs, and I'd drink my herbal teas while looking over this lake. And next to this spacious couch of mine, I would have a coffee table, and it would have engraved some kind of weird looking piece of art. I don't know yet. Probably something Nordic. Yeah, so yeah, so like during family gatherings, like my extended family, you know, they'd come over for Christmas. And of course, like every time I'm around my extended family, I need to take some time out during the time. And so during this time, I would go and take my little space and go up to my tree house and write things and do some art and just like do nothing at all. There's so much beauty in doing nothing at all. Yeah, so that is my dream dwelling. Yeah, so man, okay, I guess I've been like kind of been like INFP-ish all like my entire life. It started from primary school, elementary, depending on when you are in the world. I remember as a kid, my dad used to read me The Hobbit as a bedtime story, and like ever since then, I just like absolutely loved The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, etc. I lived in this beautiful town in the South Island called Nelson, and South Island is absolutely beautiful. I'd probably live there if I had a choice about like where in New Zealand I would live. It's just so like remote and away from everyone, and it's like the ultimate like place for an introvert. But yeah, so the first time I saw The Fellowship was when I lived there, and I would have been about 6 or 7, and I absolutely fell in love. Yeah, so, and I think I could give credit to my father for that one, with him reading me The Hobbit as a kid. Yeah. So yeah, at primary school, it's interesting. One of my reports I got back from when I was about 8 years old, my teacher stated that I tended to go off into a little dream world during class, and it was implied, I guess, that it was a problem. Not a problem, but at the time I was like, God, what is wrong with me? Like, why does no one else go off into this dreamland that I do? But you know, I guess the tables turned when my friends would ask me to draw things for them, you know, do pieces of artwork or get like awesome ideas for when we do story writing. That's when I would shine. But yeah, I mean, yeah, during math or whatever, I would just go off into this dreamland, apparently. Yeah, it wasn't my strong suit. The thing is, for me, I would absolutely excel at things I was interested in and things that I was good in. But on the contrary, anything that I wasn't interested in or I wasn't strong at, I'd just do absolutely terribly at. And I just wouldn't try. Like, I didn't see the point in it. Yeah. And then intermediate, which is junior high. I used to, this is when I got into my art more, and I started learning bass guitar. And I guess I started to become, like, I had a bit of an alternative, there's a bit of an alternative feel to me. Like, I went through a bit of like a goth looking phase there, and I was just like randomly obsessed with everything dark. I wasn't depressed or anything, but the darkness just interested me so much. It was weird. And I used to, like during the weekends, I used to shut myself in my room and just draw, like the whole time. Just draw and do like write poetry. And my parents were so worried about me. They would ask me if I was depressed, and I'm like, nah, like I'm just chilling, like just doing my art. But yeah, it's just funny how people around can view what you do and have their own perspective on it, but it's not the case at all. And you know, you're just like, nah, like I'm just doing my own thing. Yeah, so that's what I did at intermediate. And during high school, college, I used to go to a college called Edinburgh College. And yeah, what did I do there? I wasn't really into my art. Like, I kind of fell back from that, but then I started getting into my drama, as you all know. But I did do a bit of art. I was interested in learning Japanese, like through my whole life. So freaking awesome. I've had Asian friends, like best friends, and all of these, like, they're either Korean, Japanese, Chinese, like they've all played such a significant role in my life, and I have such an attraction to their culture. I mean, they've got different cultures, but like just like the Asian culture in general just fascinates me. And I love you guys. I love you Asians. You guys are awesome. I've always had that one best friend that was Asian, and yeah. Yeah, so at high school I was into my drama. English was a strong subject for me. I remember doing Shakespeare, and everyone like dreaded the thing, and I'm like, this is freaking awesome. And I don't think anyone could get it, but yeah, no, I enjoyed doing Shakespeare thoroughly. Yeah, so yeah, that's my life developing as an INFP. Yeah. Yeah, so anyway, a little bit of a random ramble there. But yeah, I hope you stay tuned for this next video I do. I assume it's going to be quite big, so I might put it into 2 parts, depending. I've also written a song, half song. I hope I finish it. I'm sorry if I don't. That's a normal tendency for me, is to start something and either not finish it or go back to it like a year or 2 later. Yeah, I'm sorry. So if there is no song, I apologize, and I'll probably upload it in a year's time. But yeah, I hope that you have a good evening, day, night, morning, wherever you are in the world, and we'll see you all next time. Bye!